Hello, hello, hello. Meditation video with rock. I can't touch anything else other than rocks right now because it is so hot right now. So hot. I would say over 90 degrees, and I have been sitting outside hanging my feet into a little kiddie pool and splashing with my feet, sitting in an office chair, and office chair is very nice. I can lean way back and look into the tree, and the tree sap has already fallen down onto my office chair, and the office chair is made out of a synthetic rough leather material. So it feels like rough leather, but it's 100% synthetic and cruelty free. And because it is a rough leather surface, a very porous type of material that is a little bit scaly in the texture, it is gonna be impossible to wipe that tree sap out of that. So the tree sap has already embedded itself deep into that fabric material, leather fabric material. And it looks like blood got on the chair, but I can't worry about this. So I'm gonna sit on the chair anyway, even with the tree resin, and the tree resin smells really, really good. It smells really, really pure and wonderful, and so far it didn't get my pants sticky or anything. So the sun has already dried that viscous sticky material so that it does not get onto my pants. And but that's okay, that is nature. And when you have things standing outside, and the other day when we came back from the other house, I saw that a bird had also made a mess on that office chair. So by that I was able to wipe out with water and hydrogen peroxide. So that came out easily. But the tree sap will never come out. So, but that's okay. I'm not worried about it. So, but it's really nice. The chair leans way back. I can look way up into that needle tree, and the sun, when the sun shines into the tree sap droplets that are on there, then these tree sap globules, they glow like they're illuminated from the inside, and it looks absolutely amazing. And so I've been just for many hours, I sat outside with my feet in that kiddie pool. I couldn't do anything. It was just so, I can't even, there's no way I can go upstairs into my art studio. It is like a sauna upstairs. I cannot, even though we have all the windows open, it's like a sauna. I hope that, because I'm making an art piece right now called 2 jacuzzis and 1 frog pond. And what I'm doing is I am using that frog that I have made videos with, because the eye socket was starting to come out and a little bit liquid was oozing out of there. So I took that frog and I embedded it into a styrofoam packaging material on the top. This is the perfect styrofoam packaging material, And that also gave me the idea for the name, because the top of that styrofoam packaging material has 3 pools. So, and not only that, the 2 jacuzzis on each side actually have steps to go in. I don't know how is that possible that it has just the right perfect shape. That's a shape I would have formed myself if I would form something out of a paper mache material. So that is exactly the right shape. Also the way it is rounded on the corners, and it's not like a sharp edged. It's a slightly organically shaped, and it has these perfect steps that go into each jacuzzi, and then in the middle it has the frog pond. And so I glued the frog into that, and then I poured a mixture of like an Elmer's putty mixed with an acrylic indoor decorating paint. And I made a real nice thick indoor acrylic painter's paint out of that. It's a real nice color also, like a sand color. And I poured that over the legs of the frog, and I poured it all the way so that it would come up to the rim, and the frog is still sticking out with his head and back. So just like a frog would be coming up to the surface of a pond, and looks really awesome. So that took several days to dry. So now the frog is permanently embedded into this art piece. And I painted the water of that pond a very deep blue. And I painted the frog in a pastel green similar to this one, a little bit lighter, a little bit more yellow. And I painted the eyes differently than they came as the toy, so I made them more like my artwork eyes, and so that looks pretty good. The jacuzzis, one jacuzzi made in this color and the other jacuzzi in a dark green, more like this here, which has always been a dream of mine, to have a jacuzzi or a swimming pool made out of tiles that are actually real ocean jade, like this dark green ocean jade. I don't know if this is ocean jade, but I think it is. So to have a jacuzzi and a swimming pool in dark green natural rock material, absolutely fantastic. Or even a swimming pool made out of tiles, made out of petrified wood. Petrified wood, I have one large piece at the other house, which is about this size. I bought this, I think I paid $70 or $80 for it, in the Painted Desert in, I think it is, I forgot where it was. I think it's Arizona. And Arizona or Nevada, one of these two. And so they have petrified wood there, a whole lot of petrified wood, which are ancient prehistoric trees that are coming from the Jurassic era. So like, I don't know, 200 million years ago or something. I'm not 100% sure. I would have to look this up again. And what happened there is that I think volcanic ashes fell onto those, and they also got embedded into layers and layers of volcanic ashes mixed with water. And so very, very gradually over time, it had a lot of time to petrify those trees that had been buried under that, in that sedimentation layer. And so very gradually every cell of the trees have been replaced by minerals. So the material of the trees, they have been infused with minerals, very, very high mineral content. And these minerals, like rock minerals, they have then made this become rock. So it's no longer carbon based. Carbon has been replaced by rock. Every single fiber of those trees. And it's amazing, absolutely gorgeous. And there are some pieces that have been polished to make them shiny on one side, and the rock I have at the other house has the upper surface is shiny and glossy. That takes a lot of work to make that glossy. And the rock I have, I can put my hand in it just like this, and on top of the surface, and it feels really, really, really good. That rock spoke to me right away, because I felt like that's perfect to put my hand on just like that, and to cool my hand off. This rock is now really warm. This rock is now, I don't know, more than 80 degrees, I would say. So it doesn't even cool my hand, but I still like holding the rocks. Still feels good. So right now I don't feel like holding something like this, or holding plastic or a putty or a clay, because that would just cause my sweat from my hands to go into the putty and the clay, and it also feels way too hot. So I need to hold something that is made out of a completely natural material, like this here. Or I have a piece of wood in that jacuzzi that I put my feet on it, and I rolled my feet over that all day long today. It was so wonderful. And it's okay, we need to go with the flow of life. When it is really, really hot, let's make something out of that. Let's make the best out of it. A lot of people, they pay a lot of money to go to remote places, to be sitting there all day long in the heat, right? Why not do it at home? You can do that at home just as well, Instead of complaining and sweating and saying, oh, it's so hot, just turn the garden sprinklers on and just sit there and look at the water being dispersed onto the lawn. Imagine that's a fountain, the fountain of youth, it feels so incredibly good to just sit there and look at the lawn sprinklers and listen to the sound that it makes, and listen to the birds enjoying that, and the hummingbirds flying into that fountain, and enjoying that, and being happy, and living a good life, And so we can do that too. We can practice appreciation for anything that is given to us. Everything good that is given to us is a present from the infinite cosmos, okay? You guys take care. Bye-bye.